Hello everyone, good morning to all. Today I am going to discuss some of the basic parts relating to accounting. So here we are going to focus accounting cycle, the objective and functions of accounting, the bookkeeping and accounting, what is the basic relationship between bookkeeping and accounting, and other parts relating to accounting. So one by one we will discuss everything, listen carefully. So first we are going to discuss accounting cycle. What is accounting cycle? What are the steps or the process involved in accounting cycle? Accounting cycle refers to a complete sequence of accounting procedures which are required to be repeated in the same order during each accounting period. It is complete sequence beginning with recording of a transaction and ending with preparation of a final accounts. So the term cycle refers to a continuous process or sequence, and that is never ending process. That means the process starting from one point and ending with the same point, and again that continue from the starting point. So keeping into consideration accounting cycle relating to business organization, that means when a particular year starts, then every business records its financial transaction or monetary transaction first recorded, then after that classified, then prepare summary statement, and finally prepare the final account to find out the results. So the cycle or accounting cycle starting with recording of a transaction and ending with the preparation of a final account. So when a particular year ends, then the result of the business declared, and after that the next year starts and the same process will continue. That means again recording of a transaction will be done, and the process continue till preparation of a final account. As this sequence is repeated year after year, that's why it is called as accounting cycle. So what are the steps involved in accounting cycle? The first one is analyze the transaction, second one is journalize the transaction, third one is post the transaction to accounts in ledger, fourth preparation of a trial balance, fifth preparation of a final statement. So we will discuss one by one everything. This is the sequence or the accounting cycle process. First the transaction, first we have to find out whether that transaction affect to the business or not. If it affects to the business, then that must be taken into consideration and that must be recorded in monetary value. Then the second process, that is called as documentation. After the transaction find out, that means that affect to the business, we must have to be record it and we must have to separate it. Then the third one is the journal. First the transactions are recorded in the books of original entry, which is called as journal. After that ledger. Preparation of a journal is not sufficient. Then when all the transactions are recorded in the books of original entry, then we have to be classify each transaction to a separate account, which is called as a ledger account. After preparation of a ledger, then the next one is trial balance, where we take into consideration individual account balance. Every account either may show debit balance or credit balance. So trial balance is the list of all debit and credit balance relating to a business during a particular period. And after preparation of a trial balance, the last one is financial statement or preparation of a final account, where we take into consideration preparation of a trading account that shows the gross profit or gross loss, then preparation of a profit and loss account, which take into consideration to find out the net profit or net loss by keeping into consideration indirect income and expenditure, and the preparation of a balance sheet, which shows the financial position of the business. So this is the complete sequence or the cycle of business during a particular period, and the sequence of steps recorded in the books of accounts. So one by one we have to discuss the everything what we discussed in previous slide. The analysis of a transaction, second journalize the transaction, third posting journal to ledger, then the fourth one is balancing of each ledger account, then fifth preparation of a trial balance to find out the debit and credit balance of each ledger accounts. Then next one is recording of adjusting entries. If any adjusting entries are there, that must have been recorded in the form of a journal. Then recording that adjusting entry also in ledger accounts, and recording of closing entry in a journal, and the last one is preparation of a final accounts. So now we will discuss one by one the steps involved in accounting cycle. First one is analyze the transaction. The process starts with the source documents, which are the supporting original records of any transaction. For example, sales slips or invoice, check stubs, purchase orders, bank deposit slips or cash receipt slip. So analyze the transaction indicates when a transaction affect to the business, then business must have to take into consideration having significant importance. That means when one transaction is made, then business must have to find out whether that transaction affect to the business or not. If that transaction affect to the business, that must be taken into consideration for recording in the books of accounts. So analyze the transaction indicates the transaction whether that affect to the business or not. If that affect to the business, then business must record it in the books of accounts, and that is in the form of monetary value. Then the second one is journalize the transaction. In the second step, an analysis of the transaction is placed in the books of original entry, which is called as a journal, which is a chronological record of how the transaction affect the balance applicable accounts. The most example in the general journal, a diary of all events in an entity's life. So journal means it is a book of original entry where daily transaction of a business affect to that particular business must have been recorded in a chronological order. Chronological order means that must have, when one transaction affect to the business, that must have been recorded. So recording must be done in a systematically process or chronological process. That means whenever transaction made, that must have been recorded, and one after another the transaction continue, and that indicates the summary of all transaction recorded in the books of original entry, and that is called as a journal, and that records the all the transaction affect to the business during a particular period. Then the third one is the posting of a transaction from journal to ledger. In the third step, the transaction are entered into the ledger. Remember that a transaction is not entered in just one place. It must have been recorded in each account that it affects. So depending upon the nature of organization, analysis of a transaction could occur continuously or periodically. So ledger means a summary of maintaining all individual accounts and balancing of that particular account. So whenever transactions are recorded in the books of original entry, that indicates all the transactions relating to a particular period. So journal or the books of original entry indicates the whole accounts. That means the number of transactions have been recorded relating to a particular period, and it is very difficult for the organization to find out the statements or the summary of individual accounts in journal. So to avoid that problem, a second part is made after journal, that is called as a ledger. The ledger accounts maintains individual account preparation and the summary statements. That means whenever one transaction maintains in the books of a ledger, that records the total accounts or total transaction relating to that particular account. So at the end of the period, we can find out the detailed balance of that particular or individual accounts. So that is the very important part after preparation of a journal, maintaining of a ledger accounts. Then the fourth one is preparation of a trial balance. The fourth step includes preparation of a trial balance, which is a simple listing of all accounts from ledger with their balances. Aids in verifying accuracy in preparation of a financial statements, and that prepare periodically as necessary. So trial balance indicates the balances of all the accounts from ledger. So when ledger prepared, then individual accounts balance will be shows at the end of the period, and the trial balance take out the exact balance or the balance of all the accounts taken from ledger. That means it is a summary statement of all the balances relating to the different accounts, and generally trial balance is prepared to check the arithmetical accuracy of the books of accounts. That means the total of a debit balance must equal to the total of credit balance at the end of the period, and that must have been prepared depending upon the suitability of the organization or generally at the end of a particular financial year. Then the fifth part that relates to preparation of a financial statement. Financial statement are prepared. Financial statement may be prepared after each quarter of the year. The companies may prepare the financial statement at various other intervals to meet the needs of the users or meet of their users. So financial statement means preparation of income statement as well as position statement. So income statement shows the gross result as well as the net results. That means either that shows the gross profit or gross loss as well as the net profit or net loss by taking into consideration all direct expenses and incomes as well as all indirect expenses and incomes. So at the end of a particular period, the final account shows how much profit or loss that business has earned or business has suffered, and at the end of the particular financial period, that shows the position statement by preparing a balance sheet which takes into consideration all the assets as well as the liabilities as well as the owner's fund or the equity which is known as the capital, and at the end of a preparation of a balance sheet, that must indicates that the total of assets must equal to the total of liabilities and capital. Then next part we are going to discuss the objectives of accounting. The following are the main objectives of accounting. The first one is to record the business transaction in a systematic manner. That means whenever a transaction recorded in the books of accounts, business or the books of accounts takes into consideration all the transaction, and that must have been recorded in a systematic process, one after another or in a sequential process. Then the second one is to determine the gross profit or net profit earned by a firm during a specific period. So the gross profit that can be known by preparing trading account, and the net profit that can be known by preparing profit and loss account. So this can be known by preparing income statement, and a books of accounts main objective to determine whether the business has earned profit or suffered loss during a particular period. Then the third one is to know the financial position of the firm at the end of the financial year by way of preparing the balance sheet. After preparation of income statement, then business must have to prepare the position statement. That position statement shows the financial position or the health of the firm relating to a particular financial year, and that position can be known by preparing a balance sheet by taking into consideration the assets, liabilities and capital. Then the fourth objective is to facilitate management control by taking into consideration the income statement and position statement. Management can take steps whether the business has earned profit. If the business has earned profit, then that profit can be diversified for expansion or growth of the business. If business has suffered loss, then management must take into consideration why the business has suffered loss and take ultimate step to reduce or to minimize the loss. Then the fifth point, to assess the taxable income and the sales tax liability. Based upon the income or the profit of the organization, business must have to find out the taxable income. That means upon the amount of profit, how much tax that must have been paid to the government, and if any amount of sales tax is there, that must have been paid to the government. So whatever tax liability is there, that must have been asset and that must have been paid to the government at regular intervals. Then the sixth objective is to provide requisite information to different parties. The parties may be the owner, creditor, employees, management, government, investor, financial institution, banks. So those are the users of the organization. The business must have to take into consideration by providing requisite information whenever necessary or at the end of a particular financial year to all the users. Those are directly or indirectly associated with the business. That may be the owner, may be the management, may be the government, different stakeholder or income tax department, regulatory bodies, whoever may be, everybody to whom the business must have to provide requisite information based upon the report generation. Then we are going to discuss the functions of accounting. There are certain main functions relating to the accounting. The first one is recording. Accounting records business transaction in terms of money. It is essentially concerned with ensuring that all business transactions of financial nature are properly recorded, and recording is done in a journal which is further divided into subsidiary books from the point of view of convenience. So recording is one of the most important part of the accounts, or that is the most important function or service of the accounts. So recording means business must have to record all the monetary transactions that affects during a particular financial period, and whenever a transaction affect to the business, business must have to record it, and recording must be done first in the journal, then after ledger or preparation of final account or preparation of a trial balance as usual process. Then the second one is classifying. Accounting also facilitates the classification of all the business transactions recorded in journal. Items of a similar nature are classified under appropriate head. The work of a classification is done in the books, which is called as the ledger. After recording of a transaction, transactions relating to similar nature are grouped or separated or classified and maintained in a separate book, that is known as classification. So classification facilitates the books of accounts to show the individual account balance. So after preparation of a journal, classification have been made, and classification is made in a separate book, which is called as a ledger book. Then the third function, that is summarizing. Accounting summarizes the classified information. It is done in a manner which is useful to the internal and external users. Internal users interested in the information are the persons who are the manage the business, and external users of information are the investor, creditor, tax authorities, labor union, trade association, different stakeholder, etc. So summarizing means preparation of a summary statement. After recording of a transaction or classification is done by way of maintaining ledger accounts, then summary statement has been made or summary statement has been prepared, and that summary statement shows the business position, business has earned profit or suffered loss, and that information must have been provided by the business to different users. Those are associated internally or externally. Internal users are called as the management, external users are different stakeholders, government, tax authorities, regulatory bodies, everybody, and to them organization has to supply the requisite information whenever necessary. Then the fourth one is interpretation or interpreting. It implies analyzing and interpreting the financial data embedded in final accounts. Interpretation of the data helps the management, outsiders and shareholders in decision making. So preparation of a summary statement is not sufficient unless and until their interpretation is done. So when a summary statement has been made or a report has been generated that has been provided to different users, then the users, they have to take decision relating to their investment as well as their association with the organization. So that has been done time to time, and that has been made relating to particular financial period. Then the next part, that is called as bookkeeping. What is that, and what is the relation with accounting and bookkeeping? Bookkeeping is a combination of two words, that is book plus keeping, which means maintaining the books of accounts in a proper systematic way. So bookkeeping indicates two parts, book and keeping. Book means a summary statement of all the accounts, and keeping means recording of a transaction. So generally bookkeeping means maintaining the books of accounts in a proper and a systematic manner. There is one definition defined by Northcott. So that defines bookkeeping is an art of recording in books of accounts the monetary aspects of a financial transaction. So bookkeeping is similar to accounting, but bookkeeping is only record keeping, but accounting is record keeping as well as preparation of a financial statement. So bookkeeping is an art of recording the monetary transaction affect to the business relating to a particular period. There is certain basic difference between bookkeeping and accounts. So what are that basic difference, that we will discuss one by one. The first one is bookkeeping is the record keeping of a monetary transaction in the books of original entry, but accounting means the classification analysis of a business transaction. So when we will discuss bookkeeping and accounting, bookkeeping indicates the record keeping, that means the monetary transaction has been recorded in journal or ledger or preparation of a trial balance. That is the main part of bookkeeping, but accounting extends to some other parts. That means after preparation of a journal, ledger or preparation of a trial balance, the next part which is very important for the business, that is done in accounts. So accounting making the summary statements and providing the decisions to different users or providing information to the different users. So when accounting is a large part, bookkeeping is a small part of accounting. Then the second difference, bookkeeping is routine and clerical work which does not require any specific knowledge and skill, but accountancy is analytical and needs specific knowledge and skill. So generally bookkeeping is of routine work and or clerical work, and there is no need of maintaining required knowledge or special knowledge and skills, but in accounting required knowledge or specific knowledge must be required. Unless and until a person having specialized relating to the accounts, then account cannot be maintained. So it is a analytical work or maintaining the accounts or recording the transaction in a systematical way. So certain knowledge and skill must be required at the time of maintaining the accounts. The third difference, in bookkeeping, transactions are recorded immediately when they take place, but in accounts, preparation of a final statement and balance sheet is generally done at the end of the year. So as bookkeeping is record keeping, whenever a transaction affects or made, that transaction must have been recorded as and when that has been made. But in accounting, transaction recorded, after that the final statement is prepared. So the final statement must be prepared at the end of the financial year. So books of accounts or accountant must have to be keep wait till the transaction have been completed. Then the next difference, in bookkeeping, the work of a bookkeeping is done by the junior employees, but in case of accounting, it is concerned with the senior officers who are qualified and experienced accountant. So bookkeeping, as there is no need of any specialized knowledge and skills, and only junior employees are sufficient to maintain that bookkeeping or record keeping. But in case of accounting, preparation of a final statement must be needed. So the senior accountant who have a specialized knowledge and skills relating to accounts, they are eligible to maintain the books of accounts. Then the next point of difference is, in bookkeeping, bookkeeping is independent work, but accounting depends upon bookkeeping. So already we have discussed that bookkeeping is a small part, so that is independent work, but accounting depends upon bookkeeping. That means when accounting covers the whole part, it have to depend upon bookkeeping and taking the information from bookkeeping, then accounts must have been prepared or statement must have been done. Then the next difference, bookkeeping is not liable for accounting work, but in accounting, accountancy is liable for the work of a bookkeeper. So in case of a bookkeeping, the bookkeeper is not liable for any type of accounting work. But in case of accounting, as accounting depends upon bookkeeping, so accountancy is liable depend upon the work of the bookkeeper. Then the next part, the scope of a bookkeeping is limited to recording of a transaction, but the scope of accounting is wider and it includes finalization of accounts. So bookkeeping, it is covered to only a small part. The area or the scope is very narrow, but in case of a bookkeeping, accounting, the wide area of activities must have been covered in accounting. As accounting depends upon bookkeeping, so it covers the all parts as well as preparation of final accounts. So the work of accounting is very wide. So bookkeeping and accounting at a glance, what we can conclude, bookkeeping is the art of recording the transaction in the primary books of accounts. Accountancy is concerned with analyzing, reporting of business records. Accountancy is a broad concept, it includes bookkeeping. Where the bookkeeping ends, accounting begins. Accounting depends upon bookkeeping, and without bookkeeping, accounting cannot be done. So at a glance, or we can conclude that, so the work of an accountant is very wide, or as accounting covers the entire activities and it includes the bookkeeping, or where bookkeeping ends, accounting starts. So generally the accounts work is very wide, but bookkeeping is only art of recording, it is the primary part, but accounting is the subsidiary part or the secondary part, and that includes all activities. Accounting is concerned with analysis of a transaction and reporting of records or the business information. And accounting is a very broad concept, it includes the work of bookkeeping also. So where bookkeeping ends, accounting starts. So that is the another part. The work of accountant is very convergent, and that is very difficult to maintain unless and until specialized knowledge and skills are maintained. And accounting depends upon the work of bookkeeping. If there is no bookkeeping, there is no need of maintaining the accounts. So there are different branches of accounting. Basically, one is financial accounting, which is the broadest and is focused on the external users. Information is communicated, a complete set of a financial statement, primarily concerned with the processing of historical data and information for decision making. So financial accounting basically recording of a monetary transaction in a systematic and a proper way, and it records the historical data, provides the information for decision making. The second one is management accounting. It provides timely information for those internal as well as external users such as manager, employees for their decision making. It involves financial assessment or financial analysis, budgeting, forecasting, cost analysis, evaluation, control, decision making in different areas. So management accounting taking information from financial accounting as well as cost accounting and provide the information to different users those are associated with the organization directly and indirectly. The third part of accounting is government accounting, which deals with the funds of the government which are recorded and reported time to time or for a specific financial period. The fourth one is auditing. The types of auditing is of two types. One is internal, that see to it that establishes the accounting procedure are being followed. The second one is external, that means examination of books of accounts to see if it is established the criteria followed or not. Then the fifth part of accounts branch is known as tax accounting, which involves preparation of income tax records and a determination of a correct amount of tax due to or payable to government at regular intervals. And the sixth part, that is cost accounting, which is primarily concerned with cost collection, cost allocation, cost control, cost reduction for producing of goods or providing of services. And another part of a cost accounting is which is helps to determine the cost of a product or providing of a service relating to a particular period. So these are the some of the basic parts relating to accounts. In next class we will discuss who are the users of accounts and what are the merits and demerits of accounts. So that will be discussed in our next class. Till then, bye bye.